All right, hello everyone. So this is Adulting Apparently. I am Manny.
And I'm Zainab.
All right, so we have in front of us a couple of questions, right, that we think are relevant in today's society, given as we go by day to day, and then we hope to, share different perspectives on these questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you go
So
first.
do I start?
Yeah.
Okay. The first question is: have you ever felt ashamed of how much or how little you earn?
So I will answer this question in two ways, right? So the first way I would say yes, right?
Yeah.
So, but then when you come to a certain realization, you would, re-ask, why are you ashamed?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Are you doing things or do I have measures in place to ensure that,
Yeah.
my financial state is better than it is? If
Mm.
the answer is no, I mean, the next thing is to put in the work and then get myself out of that state. So yes, right, I have, but then again, you put in the work to, leave such a state. What about you?
So yeah, just like what you said, if you're ashamed of how much you earn, the question is why. There's
Hmm.
a reason why, and you
Hmm.
have to figure out why you're ashamed. There's a reason. Is that you're lying or you're doing things that if people actually found out how much you earn, they'll be shy for you. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most irresponsible thing you've bought with your own money?
I'm not a big splurger, so I won't say I spend too much or I just go off and. But I think what I would say is gifts. I'm very big on gifting people, especially my friends. If it's your birthday, I really want to get you something that you're going to be like, wow. So there's this one time I can't say what it was that I bought, but I bought something that I had no business buying.
Mm,
If you look at what was in my account, I emptied my account buying that shit, and I don't.
interesting.
Looking back now, I wouldn't do it again. That's just the truth. But yeah,
So I think I might have we don't want to say about that. Sometimes it can be relative,
mm-hmm.
right? So like for instance, I think I've said this before to someone, where you have four shoes, right?
Yeah,
And then you want to get a fifth one.
yeah, yeah.
You just need to weigh or narrow it down to what your priorities are per
Mm-hmm.
time, right? Because it would differ. What is your priority now today might
Yeah.
not be your priority tomorrow, and then you just have to weigh and really put yourself in check. So
Yeah.
yes, there are times where you might do something you don't necessarily have to, but maybe because you could afford it at the time and you felt it was okay to spoil yourself.
So basically, as young adults,
Hmm.
I think investing is trending more now. There's
Hmm.
a lot of conversations about investing going on right now. So at what point do you think that, oh, like I should start investing and not just living on vibes and crazy?
Okay, so there is, in as much as there's so much happening right
Mm-hmm.
now, right,
Yeah.
one must be able to pay attention and then filter all the noise. So
Yeah.
yes, there are a lot of people investing in
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
right? Doing it now, you won't be the first, neither would you be the last. So, but then there is understanding why you are doing that, what you are trying to secure
Okay.
for, the future. And then there's so many things one can invest in. It's narrowing it down to what, when, right? And as for when is the best time to invest, I'll say now, right?
The best time to invest would have been when you were in the womb, because at least money would have grown by now. But if we're being honest, especially what I think about that, I think that yes, there's the whole investing trend. I
Mhm.
think everyone should be investing right now, but I don't do it out of just because
As
everyone
a
is
trend.
investing. And yes, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Not all this 40% return. Then you run.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy
Hmm.
about investing. It should be more of like a long term thing, not
Yeah.
something you need. Oh, you need your money to turn to 1 million. You need 100K to turn to 1 million
Yeah.
yesterday. Do you get?
No,
So
no shades to forex bros, But I mean, it's
I
something
didn't
else
say
right now,
anything,
you
but
know.
yeah. So just be mindful of why you're investing.
Hmm.
It should be a long term thing. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be just because everybody is saying invest, invest. That's how people fall into scams or this
Hmm.
MMM. Because
Yeah.
MMM really showed Nigerians Shege
Hmm.
Pro Max.
Yes.
So
You
I
know.
think because of that pressure, yeah.
Yeah. So again, you just have to be very knowledgeable about,
Whatever
you
you're
know,
putting your money in.
exactly,
One
you
rule I
know.
go by is if I don't understand it, I'm not putting my money in it.
Hmm.
I have to understand it.
Yeah.
completely before I put my money. So yeah,
Exactly.
I have to understand
You
that.
know, and something you should be able to explain to anybody at any point in
Even a
time,
child.
through and through,
Yes.
without any stuttering or
Yeah.
anything.
Because you see some people say, "Oh, I'm investing." What are you investing on? They'll start saying, "Oh,
Exactly.
somebody just told me. Someone
Yeah.
just said I should do." No,
Or,
understand what you're putting your money in so that you won't cry later.
or some they just give people money to invest. It's not their concern really what it
Yes,
is. Just give
that's
me
a thing.
returns.
That's a thing
You know.
I've heard of recently, where you just give someone your money to invest.
Yeah. It's
And it's
interesting.
not like a financial manager. Or like
No.
there are people that have financial managers. That's completely understandable. But there are others where it's like, oh, you can't be bothered, so instead you just give someone else the money. And
Yeah.
I, okay.
Interesting. Is it better to enjoy your money now or save aggressively?
I feel like there's just a thin line between you only live once and okay, I should be financially responsible.
Mm.
Do you get? Because a lot of people is like, oh, I just want to live life. Am I saving money for my parents? Am I saving money? If I die today now, what will happen to all the money I've saved? There are people that think like that, but I'm very big on you should be saving, investing really, so your money can grow. But
Investing.
yeah, but it's not like well you carry all your money and just can't invest. There should be small savings that if there's an emergency, there's a medical emergency,
Yeah.
something happens, you have somewhere you can pull money out of, and you're not just stranded. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I think.
Yeah. I mean, um, so I've heard people who are doing well in
Yeah.
several fields say you don't exactly multiply that money by just saving it. It does better when you invest. You know.
By the time banks even start taking their charges,
Exactly.
it's going down.
Yeah. So, but just like we said in the
Yeah.
previously, it's in investing correctly and then
Yeah.
properly, not just in anything
Mm-hmm.
under the umbrella of investing,
Yeah.
you know. So one must really check that. And so yeah, that's that.
I think something else I'm curious about is since we are all in like this digital age where social media is such a big thing, do you think social media puts like this pressure and makes people feel poorer than they actually are? Like normal young adults, you just go online on social media and then you're seeing people your age buying houses, cars. Does it like affect you? Does it bother you?
Personally, it doesn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can say this much from observations,
Yeah.
right? Or before I even state that point, let me say this. At the end of the day, whatever anybody posts and put up there, whatever lifestyle it is, whether true or not
Yeah.
true, you chose to go there. You understand? So
True.
whatever you have to now deal with in terms of your own emotions,
Yeah.
managing
Yeah.
whatever you saw, that is really on you at the end of the day. They did not force you. They did not, force you to do whatever they are doing. You still decided, knowing that you don't even have the capacity and perhaps there's still a lot of work you need to do on your end.
Even the people you're like emulating, they probably don't even have the capacity
Exactly.
to.
It's all
Yeah.
make believe,
Yeah.
make believe. And it's a serious epidemic.
Speaking
It's
from
a serious
experience as
epidemic.
a past victim,
Past victim of what exactly?
social media peer pressure.
I see.
Yeah, like where you just see your age mates. Like it's not. This was fresh out of uni, by the way. It's not like it's not a noun thing. I'm glad to see. But like you see people, oh, they are traveling, they're going on vacations, they are buying houses, they are buying houses. Like you're seeing like 20-year-olds,
Yeah.
21-year-olds buying houses, and you're asking yourself like, ah,
Sorry, allow me to say this. Small girl, big God.
everybody has a big god.
Everybody does.
But yeah,
Especially the small girls.
so I feel like as a young adult or like as a teenager, you're seeing these things and you can lie to yourself and say, oh, it's your choices, yada yada yada. You can lie to yourself, but at the end of the day, at the back of, I feel like it starts to influence decisions you make. And what I did to pull myself out of that is I started asking myself, these things that these girls are doing, that we know they are doing, yeah, there are a few that it's actually legit, yeah, and all fingers are not equal. But the others that we all know that these things that they're doing, they can't come out to say. I think I had to ask myself like, okay, can you do these things they're doing? And the answer was no. So I just had to come up with it. I mean, how do they say it? Remove
Yeah.
my mind and focus on other things. Focus on how to achieve my own goals. And I feel even social media, what people do on social media can kind of blur your own goals where you're not focusing on what you want anymore. You're not looking at this person bought a car. That's what I want to do. You're not thinking, oh, I want to work. This is like a sector I want to go into. It's very, very easy to get
Yeah.
distracted though. But
It has an interesting way of making you think short term.
yes, exactly. Because you're not thinking, no, in the next 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
will I still have this money? Will I still have this opportunity? You're pursuing these things now, but are you pursuing things that in the long run is actually going to benefit you?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So ultimately, I guess what we are trying to say is you always have the choice at the end of the day to, you know, move left or move right.
True.
Allow
Yeah.
the pressure get to you, and then you start going out of character, start doing things you're not supposed to do.
And again, when things go south, no one is going to hold the influencers. It's going to be a decision you made by yourself. So
Exactly.
yeah.
How much money should you have saved after uni?
It really depends. I don't think there's a specific amount that anybody should have saved after uni because everybody's different. There are people that are feeding their families from businesses they're doing while in uni. There are people that are putting themselves through school, and there are people that are receiving like 500K allowance from their parents every 2 weeks. So it really just depends. So try and save what's realistic to what you're getting in uni. So you're receiving 500K every week, every 2 weeks, and you're leaving uni, you didn't save anything. That doesn't make sense. But if you're 50K a month, you can't come and tell that kind of person that, oh, you should have saved 2 million before leaving school. So I can't say there's a particular amount that everybody, if you're graduating, you must have saved this. But just also try to save because there's life after uni is a very harsh world,
Yeah.
especially when your parents stop sending you money. It's serious reality. So yeah,
As if you have parents even.
if you have parents even to even send you money,
Yeah.
that's another thing to consider. That's why I said you can't put an amount, like you can't put a figure to it because everyone has what they are battling here.
Yeah, it's interesting because life is so tough for some. They even drop out. They don't make it to the end.
Then
What about those
you want to come
ones?
and preach to that kind of person. Oh, you should have saved
Saved.
2 million, 1 million. And the funny thing is, what's big money to you can be small money to me. What's small money to me can be big money to you. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
you can even come out and say, "Oh, I saved 10 million naira after uni," and someone is looking at you like,
How?
"Do you get?"
When?
So yeah. So there's don't put pressure on yourself, especially if you're a uni student watching this. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Save, oh, I'm not saying don't save, but just don't overdo it. Let it not be to a point where you're looking back at your uni days and you didn't even have fun, you didn't have any experiences because you were saving. But at the same time, like just find a balance,
Yeah.
basically. Find a balance. That's
Yes.
what I would say.
And basically, that would mean, knowing yourself,
Yeah.
understanding your capacity,
Being
what is
realistic
around
with
you.
yourself, yeah.
Yes, and then knowing
Yeah.
how to adjust and then set goals, short-term goals, long-term goals, and just follow through with it.
Yeah.
And of course, as usual, invest right. It's not just in the savings, really. What's the money sitting in the bank doing
Yeah.
if it's not multiplying or
And
doing something?
I don't think the Nigerian education system teaches young adults about investing or managing money enough. Because I feel like if someone had sat me down seriously and started talking to me about investing while I was in uni, I would have made like better choices.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. But what was my business with it? What was my business investing when I was in uni? I was living the life you get. So yeah. So I wish people like conversations like this. Anyway, if we're being honest, people are having those conversations now. I don't know if it's towards uni students or if it's because okay,
Yeah.
you're out now, so you're hearing those conversations. But I feel like people should have those conversations with people, students now. Let them start now. Even if they're not investing now, let them start to understand what it is to invest
Yeah.
and the process. So okay, when the money then comes, you know what you're doing. You're not confused. You're not starting from ground zero. That's what I think. Yeah.
Yes. So an advice to parents, whether young or old, as long as you have an offspring, I think it is important to, from a very early age, just educate the children and expose them to,
Teach them about
material.
money.
Exactly, money
Because
management.
I also think just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you can send your child 1 million naira every week
Exactly.
in 100 level, it doesn't mean you should send your child 1 million naira every week.
And not teach them financial literacy.
Yes, give them realistic because they're going to leave your care someday, would they
Mm-hmm.
be able to maintain the standard you've set? That's what I feel like every parent needs to ask themselves that question.
Yeah.
Even I've seen parents where they even start giving their children money from when they're really young, and it's like, okay, you you wash today, you get a certain amount. So when you want to buy something, you're going to your savings. So you're thinking about how you're spending the
Spend,
money
yeah.
that they give you. So it's not like they just even give you money. You have to earn it,
Yeah.
and you have to spend wisely, because if the money finishes, that's
Where would it
it.
come from?
Exactly. So
You know?
even doing things like that from when they're really young, I think is really helpful. It
Yeah.
builds habits. Yeah.